Hello and welcome everyone to a new session, a new initiative on elementary Arabic. And my host today needs no introduction, Dr. Muhammad Amin Tawfiq, my father. Hello Dad, how are you?
Hello, Rami, my dear son. Actually, this is a very good opportunity for us to break the good news to our those people who are watching us, the audience, the lovely audience, that we are about to introduce an elementary Arabic course for those learners whose mother tongue is not Arabic, of course, and that one will really depend on phonetic wordage, and there will be a lot of help coming from us in order for them to have, inshallah, good membership with us. Yeah.
Great.
Uh,
Thank you very much. Okay, so
good.
thank you for putting into context. So we're just going to go through an actual live illustration of what an elementary Arabic course would look like.
Yes. It is, as a matter of fact, it is entitled the Arabic Online Combined Conversation and Comprehension course. As you know, there is not the slightest exaggeration in what I'm going to say now, because it is utterly correct and true. This is perhaps the most innovative course of its kind. Why I'm saying this? Because traditional teaching of Arabic used to split Arabic language learning in these broad categories of classic or standard language, namely grammar, writing, reading, and syntax.
Yes.
This has been done in the absence of two main essential requirements. Number one, their need to the ability to conversate and communicate in a vastly developing and changing world. Number two, simplicity, that is leading to quick comprehension and adaptability to practical use of Arabic. Of course, this phenomenon required from us a newly devised method of a conversationally built medium with selected vocabulary. You, as a learner, are first offered the alphabet, al-alfiyya, or the alphabet يعني هي بداية اللغة العربية. This is the beginning of learning Arabic in its main 28 characters. This, of course, will be followed by hours of types of conversation permeating all walks of life throughout texts showing inter alia use of nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, masculine, feminine, plural, dual prepositions, genitive, numbers, and ordinal numbers. Our 30 episodes course syllabus portray the outlines of this new course, which benefits from a vast teaching experience of almost half century. Once you are quite able to conversate, you will, in further courses, be ushered to literary language. This is where, for instance, syntax and prosody will be prescribed. However, at this very stage, when you are about to have a holiday, go to work, have the business trade links in the Arab world environment, we are pleased to introduce you to this combined course with its two salient qualities of ability to conversate and comprehending, in the meantime, Arabic dialect. You will be embarking on a new language spoken by more than 330 million people and recognized by the United Nations as one of its 6 official languages. The Arab world itself is a very important source of the world's wealth and business. The following is a specimen of our online combined and conversation and comprehensive course. This is offered free. If interested, dear audience, in joining us, then please inform us. We will be pleased to have you on board, and good luck. That is, Rami, what I have really for our audience today. Should we start this course?
Yes. I cannot wait to with the pre-text. I think that was great, and I cannot wait to start. So yes, let's please proceed.
Yeah, okay. So, Rami, today, your dream of learning elementary Arabic has become true, isn't it?
That's great. So, what am I learning to start with?
Okay, we are learning today the Arabic alphabet of 28 characters. But I'll get you these in the form of phonetic words so as to make them easily listened to, identified, and then understood. Ready? Are
Yes,
you ready?
indeed.
Okay, first letter is A. Of course, A has two perhaps types. Either if it is short, then we say like Ahmed. Ahmed, this is an Arabic name.
Yeah.
Or Adam. But
Yeah,
if it is a long one, then we say like in an. When we say in English, then it is like a. So if it is short, then a. If it is long, then it is a. Okay.
okay.
Now the second one is ba. Like in say like in balloon. You know the balloon. Okay. And then the third letter is ta. Is ta. Ta like in tamer. You know, this is another Arabic name, tamer. We
Tamar.
call them, especially it is a lovely name, tamer. And this is of course, we are now going to go with this in sequence. Perhaps the first one is A, the second one is Ba, this third one is Ta, and now this is the fourth one, which is Ta. The fourth one is Ta, like what? Like Saman. Saman meaning price. Okay?
Yes.
But of course, the first letter here is Ta. Now, so now I repeat these four letters. A, Ba, Ta, and Ta. Okay?
Yeah.
A like an Ahmed because it is like short vowel, or if it is long one, it is like an. And Ba is like in balloon, and Ta like in tamr, which is dates. You know dates?
Yes. A date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tamr. Tamr. But Ta, the fourth one, is like the one we said before, like saman. Saman meaning price.
Price. Okay.
So
Tamar.
have you fully understood these for the time being?
Yes, I fully understand these. Okay.
Very good, very good. Now to the perhaps we should be going to the following four Arabic alphabetic letters. Now the first one of them is Ja. Like if I say Janet, you know the word Janet, the name Janet. So that is Ja. That is how it sounds. Ja. How about the following one? It is Ha. By the way, this you can't find in English, unfortunately.
No.
This
Yes.
is a genuine Arabic letter. So that is, but you could find it in the Arabic word harir. Harir meaning silk.
Harir.
The first letter is Ha. So, by the way, it is like going through the friction of your gorge here.
Ha. Ha.
Can you produce that?
Ha.
Ha. That's good. So, and the following one is Ha. And that is like in khabar. You know the word the news. The first letter in the Arabic word for news is kha. Khabar.
Khabar.
Kha. Again, it goes here from the cavity of your mouth. Kha. Yeah. Okay. Now the following one is Da. Da, like in Dhaka. You know Dhaka.
Dhaka, in Bangladesh.
In Bangladesh. And of course,
Da.
this you have to understand as the first letter in a word. It is Da. So again, I am going to repeat the one we said Ja in Janet. Kha, like in Khabar, you can use. And the following one is, what is it?
Da.
Da, like in the capital of Bangladesh, which is Dhaka.
Dhaka.
Okay, so how do you find those ones which I just mentioned? There are some of them, but of course, still there will be about 21 more letters to go.
So far, easy to grasp. Can I then go through the next four?
Yeah. Oh, yes, that will be okay. Of course, they are available here. We have that, and that is we can find in the word intelligent in Arabic. What is the intelligent in Arabic? Zaki. Zaki. By the way, the how do we do them in transliteration? It is like DH. That is a representative of this voice. That. usually as people who are writing in Arabic, we do symbolize them in this DH. It
Yes.
represents that, it sounds that. Okay, now the following one, of course, is Ra. What is your name?
Rami.
Okay, so that is your first name, the first letter of your name, Ra, Rami. Okay, and it is Ra. Now, the other one is Za, like in Zambia. Zambia,
Za.
of course, it is Central Africa, and it is Za, Za. We have many names, you know, in that, like zoo, okay, in English, the zoo, where animals and birds can be lovely, you know, you can see them. And so that is representative of the that letter za. Now, there is after that, of course, sa, like Santiago, and this is capital of Chile,
Yes.
and that is sa, or serious, the English word serious. Okay, Sam. So all of these, or
Sa.
same. Okay, all of these are just the phonetic, sounds for that letter. So can we go back to this? If I go back to this, then Zaki, the first one is that,
Zaki.
then it is the, and then after that it is what? What is
Ra.
the, and then after that Ra, like
Ra.
Rami, and then Za, like Zambia,
Za.
and then Sa, like Santiago.
Sa.
Should I proceed to the other new four letters of Arabic?
Ah,
Can
yes,
I?
yes, indeed.
That's nice. Okay. Then I'm sure you'll be able to grasp them all, of course, because we will be having a revision of this later. But now these are the following four. Sha. Do you know the words, the name Chantal? Of course, it might be a French one, but it is very representative of what we say. Or the word, or the English word share, the English verb share, to share. You know,
Sha.
all the time we
Yeah,
are
to
talking
share.
about, even when we are doing computers and this and that, and laptops, we are saying, oh, share, or perhaps your phone, you are saying, share with me. So that is exactly representative of the Arabic phonetic word sha. Like,
Oh.
as I said, Chantal, or Shur, or Shah, Share, and so on. Now, show, even show. You are doing a good show. Okay. Now, the other one is stop. And again, this is something very genuine of Arabic language, which
So.
English doesn't have that sound.
Yes.
Stop.
So. So.
Stop. It is not sa, but it is a bit coming from the cavity of your mouth, stop.
So.
And
So it's
like,
deeper. So.
yeah, it is different. That's correct. And that, what is the word sabr? Sabr meaning patient in English. But of course, I am trying now to give you the how it will be in your when you are listening to it. How does it sound? It is swap, swap, and that is how you produce it. Swap, not sa. If you
So.
say sa, it wouldn't be understood in Arabic. You can't say sabr because it wouldn't mean anything. But if you
No,
say
that's good.
sabr, it means that you are patient.
Sabr.
Sabr
Yes.
meaning patient. Now, the following one, Rami, is do. Again, this is a very genuine Arabic letter. Do. The
Do.
English language doesn't have that sound. Do.
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 Mm.
Okay, it is not that. Again, it is not D.
This is
It
do.
is do. Coming again from the deep, from your the cavity of your mouth, and then with a lot of do, do, do. Okay? That is, of course, we can say in Arabic, what is the word that first letter in a word that would give you this letter sound? It is like daw. Daw meaning light.
Do.
Daw
Okay.
meaning light. Okay, so that is meaning light, daw. The following one is ta. Ta meaning, again, this is
Ta.
something special to Arabic language sound. It is ta meaning like the word, the name Taha. We have this Arabic name, Taha, okay, the name of the person, but you can't say Taha because otherwise he would think that you are trying to say something wrong about his name, and he might not be very pleased about it. So if you say, try to produce it correctly.
Taha.
Taha. How are you, Taha? If you are trying to say hello to him.
Yeah.
How are you, Taha? Ta, so Ta is the other one. So can I say this again to you. It
Yes,
is the
please.
first one, as we said, is sha, as ensure or share or chantal. And the second one is so, as we said in the word sabr, meaning patient. And the following one is da, like in the word daw, or the first letter of daw, which means light. And the last one we said is ta, which is in the word taha, or in the name taha. Okay, is this not interesting?
It's very interesting, and I'm aware that we still have a dozen more to go.
This is, yes, indeed, yes, you are right. Let us have this brief, really, a little bit revision of what we just said. So I'm just going through with you first to see what were these letters which we so far introduced. We started, of course, with a first, ba,
Ba,
ta,
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 tha,
ja, ha, kha, da, the, ra, za, okay, and sa,
great.
sha, so, da, and ta. That is the one we
Yes,
stopped at.
ta.
And
That's
now we are going to complete, of course, the build-up of the next few words left in our alphabet.
great.
Are you ready for that? To listen
That
as
would be
well?
excellent.
You
Yes.
ready? Good, good. Now, let us say that we have there the following one, the words, of course, after ta, there's the.
Dha,
The, yeah, like zalam. Zalam meaning what? Meaning darkness. The.
darkness,
Now, the
dhalam.
following one is a. A, what does a, like, you know, your
Ah,
eye?
I,
This is ayn, meaning an eye.
ain,
Okay, and then after that, of course, there is gha. Again, this is an Arabic word,
gha.
letter gha. What is the? Can you give me any example? Like I say, ghulam. Ghulam meaning a boy in Arabic.
Yes.
Ghulam. So the first one is gha. Gha. Again, this is
Gha,
an Arabic letter which you have to,
ghulam.
do an effort in producing. It is not. It is gha. Okay. By the
Yes.
way, have you seen a newly born baby?
Yes.
Usually, when they start talking, sometimes they, or perhaps if they are trying to laugh or do something like that, or even playing with their mom or with dad, then they would say. So that is
That's true.
exactly how we can produce this lovely letter. Okay.
Great. Great.
Now,
Gha.
so now we said after ta, we said ba, a, ra. Then we have fa, like
Fa.
fair, yeah, fair or fond of something. Fa, okay, and that is, for example, we can easily find in a word like what? What's the word start in Arabic with fa? Huh? Like what?
Fakir.
Fahm. Fahm meaning understanding. Fahm.
Yeah.
Fahm.
Fahm.
Understanding. Yeah. Okay. Now, after that, of course, we said that fa, then there is qa. Qa.
Qa.
The word qa, meaning, do you know when we say in Arabic the verb to read? Qara'a. Qa. Qara'a.
Qara'a.
Or if I ask you when you are sitting down to stand up, then I say qum, meaning stand up.
Qum.
Okay?
Yes.
But that is qa. That is representative of qa. We have also the word qabila. Qabila meaning tribe in Arabic. The first letter is qa. Now, kaf, after that, this is the capital of Uganda. You know Kampala. You know
Kampala.
Kampala?
Yes. Yes.
Kampala. Yeah.
Yes.
So Kampala, that is the first letter representative. Now, what about the letter following that? It is la. La, like Layla or Lily. You know, the word Layla, it is very famous, by the way, in our Arabic literature, because you remember the 1001 Nights.
Yes.
One of the main actresses there is, or perhaps characteristics of that 1000 and, one night is Layla or Lily, because
Yes.
that is a very famous character. She is a very nice girl there, and many stories went around her, to see how she was raised and how she developed and how she made many good adventures and so on.
Mhm.
So that is Layla or Lily. Now, the last one in this group is Ma. Ma is the Arabic name of what? What is my name? Muhammad. So
Muhammad, yeah.
Muhammad is Muhammad. Muhammad also is the prophet of Islam. So
Yes.
the first name of him or the first letter of him is Ma. Ma. How you produce that one? By just putting your two lips together a little bit. Ma.
Like Maya.
Yeah, Ma. Or Maya. Oh, you got one of your lovely daughters. Her name is Maya. Thank you for reminding me about this. So that is also very nice. So Ma, that is how you produce it. Ma. Okay. Now, can I repeat the what I just said
Yes.
after
Yes,
fa?
please.
So it is va, a, ra, fa, qa, ka, la, and ma. This is the last one we said about Maya or ma.
Ma.
Ma. Now, I noticed that this time that that you have been, of course, enjoying listening to these words. Do you think we can proceed to the next ones so we can finish the alphabet?
Yes, that would be excellent. Yes. And I'll be happy to repeat them if I could.
Okay, please. Can you do that? Can you repeat them? Can you repeat the ones after? If
Yes.
you do remember, after ta, is it za,
Da,
a,
a,
za? You repeat after
a,
me.
ra,
Fa,
fa,
qa,
qa,
ka,
ka,
la,
la,
and ma.
ma.
Excellent, excellent. That's fine. Thanks for your good, sounding of these words. And now we go to the last four letters. At
Great.
last, you might be relieved. You might be relieved to say that we have already covered 21 of these lovely, 24 lovely of these letters, lovely letters. Now, these are, of course, the mainstay of the Arabic language. And these last ones are na, last four letters, ha, wa, and ya. Let me start
Yes.
with the first one.
Yes.
Na, as in the Arabic word name, Nadia.
Nadia.
Nadia. Even in some other countries, like in even I heard it before, even repeated
Russia.
in some countries, in Russia, in Czechoslovakia, in
Yes.
Romania, and other countries, in Turkey, and all these countries, they are repeating the word, they are using the word Nadia. Nadia actually it is an Arabic name. So the first letter of this will be Nadia. Now, how about Ha? Have you celebrated here in Europe? Of course, we are celebrating, and in some other parts of the world, Halloween.
Halloween,
So
yes.
Halloween. So it is the first word is Ha. Now, how about Wa? Washington.
Washington.
That
Yes.
is the capital of the United States, of course, and the American capital. So we have to say Wa. Now, what about the last beautiful letter of Arabic alphabet? It is Ya. You know the word yacht?
Yeah, yeah, as in yacht, yes.
The one ship you have, and you can enjoy some lovely time there. If you are a good sailor, and if you are not, then you can hire one and you can enjoy with the family some lovely time in the sea. That's we call yacht, isn't it? Isn't
Great.
yeah. So the first letter is Ya. So let me repeat the last one. Ma as in Nadia, Ha as in Halloween, Wa as in Washington, DC, and then Ya as in yacht, and then, or perhaps yard, if you wish, like, if you are not quite familiar with that, it's a
Great.
yard.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Now,
can I try that, please? Can I try and go through the batch myself? The
oh
last
yes,
batch?
do that.
Okay. So Na as in
Yeah.
Nadia,
Yeah.
Ha as in Halloween,
Mhm.
Wa as in Washington, and Ya as in yacht.
Very good, Orion. Thank you, Rami. I am glad that you have been intelligently intelligently responding to this elementary Arabic course. And of course, this we are giving for free to our audience in order for them to decide whether they like to join us for membership, regular membership, inshallah, to continue this course. Now, of course, the God willing, we will be concentrating, or perhaps we will be dedicating lots of these courses. I think we will be now preparing 30 of these episodes, including the rest of this elementary Arabic course. And now, if you ask me about the contents of the syllabus, then I'll be gladly saying it to you. Do you want to know about
Yes,
these?
an overview would be great.
Okay, the first one, as we did today, is about the alphabet. The second one is getting acquainted of the use of nouns and pronouns. The third one in the syllabus will be about audio and visual samples of pronounced Arabic words in common daily usage. Now, the fourth one is the use of adjectives in conversation, including, of course, the agreement of gender. The fifth one is about telephone call uses. You know, we are using telephone calls all the time, chatting between us and our friends or our members of family, and so on. That, of course, will be number 5. Number 6 in the syllabus will be dealing with the forms of greeting. Now, number 7 will be dealing with the numbers. You know, there are cardinal numbers and there are ordinal numbers. So we are going to explain all of these. Yeah, and it will be, by the way, an easy job. Never mind. Don't panic about what I'm saying, because that, of course, when we explain them, there will be a lot of examples, and you will be very happy to understand all of these. Now, the eighth one after the numbers will be the family members having the daily chats, I mean, between them. Now, number 9, use of verbs in, let us say, commercial letters. Using the verbs in commercial letters. For example, if you are dealing in business with somebody in Singapore or in Italy or in France or the UK, then you have to use certain letters, of course, that will be done. Now, number 10 will be identifying what is called broken plural in Arabic. This is different from the English plural, because in English you will have one type of plural, which is the, as you could see, these are, adding an S at the end or something of that sort. Sometimes, it is like if it is originally from Latin, then you have something a bit different, like syllabus and syllabi, but in Arabic, it will be called either the masculine plural or the feminine plural or the broken plural. So that one will be about broken plural, and then we'll be identifying also the other two plurals, which I just mentioned, feminine plural and masculine plural. Now, number 11 is the how we use the plural in a dialogue. Number 12 will be also how to use specifically the masculine plural in sentences of dialogue. Now, number 13, prepositions in chatting. Number 14, going to the post office. Certainly, sometimes you need to go to the post office to send some, of these beautiful cards, or maybe if you have a member of the family you would like to send a gift to, then you have to go and do the packaging there at the post office and then to send them. Now, number 15 will be the genitive, how we can explain the genitive, because it's important. Number 16 in our syllabus will be watching a news bulletin. Of course, all the time we cannot, leave news, because it's important, and it is important in our life to have daily fresh, load of these news and understanding of what is going on in the world. Great. Number 17 will be the dual, muthanna. If there are two persons, it is a bit different in Arabic from English. For example, in English, we say the two people came. But in Arabic, we just have one verb to represent this, let us say, meaning, which is ja'a. Look, one word, ja'a, and it is composed of 4 letters. But in English, of course, it is, as we said, we say the two persons came. The two persons came. Of course, there are 4 words, but in Arabic, it is only represented by 4 verb letters. So you see how in Arabic we can even shorten the word we are using, but in the meantime, we are fully representing the meaning. Now, number 18 in hotel. When you are in any hotel, what are you going to do? You are going to do this, you are going to do that. How you do you order instructions, how you go upstairs, how you ask for your packing, for your, let us say, luggage to be taken upstairs, and so on. All of this will be represented in that number 18. Number 19, drills. This is the time when we have drills on what we have already explained in the past one. Now, what about the number 20? It is meeting the press. This is something, something that we are going to devise, and it is very interesting, by the way. Number 21, it is birthday time. When you are celebrating birthday, what are the, how are you going to exchange these lovely sentences of congratulations and felicitations? Number 22, conversation, of course, on our body. For example, what is the ear? What about the eye? We have already said in the alphabet ayn. Of course, we are going to explain this. A mustache, like myself, I am having one. Or the beard, I am not having one, but that one will be fully explained, of course. In case our audience, some of them will be having beards. Of course, the hair, the sharp, and so on. All of this will be fully explained. Number 23, talking to a businessman. What kind of business, for example, he is doing, and this and that, and for what reason he has come to this country, and so on. Number 24 is to traveling to the airport, via the airport. What do you do there? Number 25, we mentioned before numbers. So again, we are going to go back to numbers because they are very important in Arabic. You have to master them in order that you will be able to use it. Now, number 26, renewing your driving license. So when you are driving, of course, you need how to do this when you go to the DVLA or the area that will be introducing your new driving license, or how you renew them even by post or or perhaps through online. All of these kind of things. How you fill out your application form in Arabic. Now, 7 will be about your sports. What kind of sports you are doing when you are going out, and of course, are you doing it in a club? Are you going to do it in the gym? What kind of sporting do you would be loving to do more than any other one, and so on. Now, number 28, actually, it is about the adjectives, because we said before adjectives are very important in Arabic. So we have to say, for example, if I say to you in Arabic, Sabah Jamil, meaning what? A lovely morning. So we have to explain all of these and to have a good chat about them in order to understand the language and the pace of language and how you produce certain words and sentences and so on.
Wonderful.
Now, after that, of course, number 29 will be what happens when you are, driving your car. The car is important, of course. The parts of the car, what you should do when you are driving, and this and that. And then number 30 is the last one, which we are going to dedicate to revision. I hope by this, Rami, that we have given our dear audience a good idea about our syllabus, and to tell them how we are valuing our course, how we are introducing it to them, how we would like sincerely that they will be able to join us, because through this genuine course, which we have specifically devised, and we have, by the way, selected certain words for it in order to make it very easy for them to understand. I hope through all of this, that they will like the idea and will become good members of our elementary course.
Great. It sounds very comprehensive, and I really like how it's adapted to real life situations, and really hoping and looking forward to getting started on it very much. And I'm sure our viewers
Yes, certainly.
will be
And
very interested.
and you know, Rami, that we have our site, which is in English, of course, Dr. Mohammed Amin Tawfiq in one go, and then .com. So they can write to us. There are, of course, there are Twitters, there are Facebook, and there are other means. They can even contact us, and then we'll be very happy to assist and explain the language. There is a lot of experience in what we are doing, and we do hope that they would like this idea. Because before, as I said at the very beginning, traditionally Arabic language is being explained and is being taught in terms of grammar and this and that. That sometimes would not take into consideration the how you use the language, how you can easily reach to the other people, you know, and how you can communicate with them. So that is the purpose of this course, which I hope will be very successful.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dad. And so that concludes this session. So yes, indeed, please do continue to view and look. We look forward to the next sessions and iterations, and indeed session number 2, which will be coming up shortly. Okay, thank you, Dad.
You're most welcome. Have a nice time. Bye, listeners. Assalamu alaikum.
Goodbye.